So we've seen the action from the jungle. Now the spotlight turns to the Stade Gilbert Brutus in Perpignan and the Catalan Dragons match against the champions, the Leeds Rhinos. This is the way the two teams lined up down in the south of France. The Dragons had Bosque at full back, so there's no Clint Greenshields. Then it's Stakoul, Croker, Bale and Bell. Bird is the skipper and Mogg is the scrum half. The forwards, Carlo, Maguire and Guisset, Gossard, Ellimer and Muniz. And on the bench, it's Perry, Ferriol, Tuxagas and Casti. The coach is Kevin Walters. The champions travel to France on Thursday. This is the way they line up. Webb at fullback, Donald, Smith, Senior and Hall, Sinfield and Maguire. So there is still no sign yet of Rob Burrow coming back into the team. Up front, the Rhinos had Luluwai, Diskin and Peacock, Kirk, Lauatiti and Ablett. And on the bench, they have Badiris, Bailey, Burgess and Gibson. The coach is Brian McLennan. Right, to the commentary, and Sean McRae is alongside Ben Pro.
7 days before Tony Smith's side take on France in Paris, Leeds Rhinos have a chance to strike the first blow for England as they meet Catalan Dragons in Perpignan. Steve Ganson, tonight's referee, and he gets this game underway, and Leeds in possession first. Strong run immediately from Jamie Peacock. Bright evening in Perpignan, some rain earlier in the day may contribute to a possibly greasy surface. Good defence first up from Greg Bird. Olivier Ellimer in there as well. That's Diskin, who starts at hooker for Leeds. Danny Badiris on the bench tonight. There is Diskin, gets the ball away, and the kick comes in from Danny Maguire. No Rob Burrow tonight for the Rhinos, so Maguire moves to scrum half. Kevin Sinfield at standoff. And the Catalan Dragons now have possession from that kick. Sean, do you expect the absence of Rob Burrow to affect the Rhinos?
I think Leeds have learnt to play without him, to be honest, Ben, and he's been injured a few times this season. He's had some lengthy spells out, and you know, you've got able people there in Danny Maguire who can easily handle the 7 role, and here we go now. It's Ryan Hall, I think, going down the sideline there, and a little turnover there, Ben. But you know, Kevin Sinfield and Danny Maguire, very experienced players, so you'll miss some things that Rob Burrow can do, but those guys will certainly make up for in terms of experience. Their kicking game will be very, very good.
It was Croker who lost possession, and Ryan Hall wasted no time in showing his acceleration, and now a penalty for interference on Ali Lauatiti as Leeds just tried to turn the screw. Diskin taps it. This is Kylie Luluwai. Gets the Rhinos to within 18 metres of that Catalan Dragons line. Now Ablett. Ablett for Maguire, and deeper is Sinfield. This is Scott Donald, a chance early on the right-hand side. There's 2 minutes gone in this game, and Leeds already threatening. Inside ball. Just 5 metres away now as Ian Kirk is put down by Greg Bird, and he's in some trouble here, Ian Kirk. Greg Bird immediately signals that his opponent's in distress, and the medical team on quickly.
I'm not quite sure what's happened to Ian Kirk here. It looks like quite a serious injury. It may be a lower limb type injury. It's just hard to say what's happened, as he can't really see too much there, other than that the leg has been pulled back. Oh, well, you can tell what's happened there. The knee has got caught underneath. He's got his body. The 3 Catalans players have put the body in a very awkward position. You can see that knee has been wrenched right back there, and that may well have opened up the joint. That could end up being a serious injury for Ian Kirk.
Unhappy retirement from the match for Ian Kirk, who leaves on a stretcher. Completely different from his experience last year. Only Super League try of 2008 came against Catalan Dragons. That was at Headingley back in February. Won't be on the score sheet today, but far more important than that, Ian Kirk gets the right treatment. That did look a significant injury. This is Stephen Bell now. Greg Bird, Thomas Bosk, now Jerome Guisset. Casey Maguire. Bosk. Now it's Adam Mogg over the top. It's a great ball. Cyril Stakul has it and just hacks forward. The bounce isn't a good one for Brent Webb. They've both collided there with some of the padding on that camera behind the dead ball line. But Brent Webb had to be really alert there. Good option from Cyril Stakul.
Brent Webb saying, well, do I play at it? Don't I play at it? Let it go over the end goal. He just has to do it. He really has no choice because he doesn't know whether Cyril Stakul is going to get there to be able to ground the ball. And, you know, they're those decisions that fullbacks, wingers have to make, split-second decisions. And I think that's Olivier Halimi who's just, is just having a, well, he's not having a haircut, is he? He's just having a little bit of a band put on there. He's obviously got a cut of some kind around the head.
Catalan Dragons' second set of 6. Will this be the set on which the Leeds Rhinos' defence cracks?
Well, this is where you're vulnerable. This is where you're vulnerable. You've just defended a set of 6. You've now got to do it again. How much pressure can the Catalan Dragons build?
Guisset finds Bird. This is Stephen Bell now. Ablett and Lee Smith swarm around him, prevent the offload. It's a quick play the ball though. And Casey Maguire finds Jerome Guisset now. Centrally for Catalan Dragons, 4 tackles gone. Casey Maguire to the right for Adam Mogg. And Mogg finds Thomas Bosk, and Bosk almost through a hole. Senior wraps that up. Danny Maguire in there as well. Last one coming up for Catalan Dragons. And it's a kick, crossfield kick as well. Taken by Stephen Bell, and Bell has touched the ball down. Steve Ganson wants to have another look. But Stephen Bell is looking for his 6th try of the season here. Great crossfield kick. Steve Bell leapt the highest and have Catalan Dragons drawn first blood in Perpignan.
Well, I can't see that there's any reason. The only reason you're not going to give that is if he's offside. It's a tremendous kick. Adam Mogg kicks the ball across field. Stephen Bell flies up above Scott Donald, and there's no problem with the grounding. The only question mark is, was he onside? And I haven't seen anything yet to suggest that he wasn't. It's not easy, this is not easy. It looks easy, but to be able to time your run, to be able to get up in the air, to be able to outleap your opponent.
Well, the outlet, Scott Donald and Brent Webb there. And Stephen Bell has been awarded the try by Steve Ganson. Steve Bell with his 6th try of the season. But he claimed his first Catalan try at Leeds in March. Now he gets his 6th in Perpignan against the Rhinos. It's been a stalemate for the first quarter of an hour in Perpignan, but Catalan Dragons have the lead.
Well, they've worked hard for it, haven't they? They've worked hard. As Thomas Bosk lines up this conversion kick, they've worked very, very hard because they were under so much pressure in that first 5, 6, 7 minutes where they had to defend their line so well and so diligently. But they've been able to turn that around as Thomas Bosk hits the ball and it goes straight between the posts, and 6 points to 0 the Catalan Dragons, and they'll be delighted with that. That'll give them a lot of confidence.
Bailey plays the ball for Diskin. This is Carl Ablett. It's Danny Maguire who is put down by Ellimer. Ablett. Bale upstairs for Catalan Dragons. It was Maguire as well assisting. Jamie Peacock into the heart of that Catalan Dragons defence. Diskin for Maguire, trying to take a leaf out of Adam Mogg's book. It's a crossfield kick. Eventually finds Keith Senior. But the tackle has been completed and it's the handover. And so Catalan Dragons have the ball back.
I'm very impressed with the Catalans' defence. I've got to say that they're hitting hard, they're getting off the terrific line speed. That straight away, as I give the Catalan Dragons a little bit of praise for their defence, their offence becomes a little shabby, and again a turnover on tackle 1 Now, if Leeds are in a great position here to punish them.
I think you used the phrase coach killers a minute ago, Sean. I suppose that's another one.
Oh, absolutely. You just look at the opportunity the team has and you think, right, we can get a set of 6 here, take a bit of pressure off, roll down the field, you know, and get a good kick in and ask them some questions at about 90 metres away from where they are now.
Sinfield so close for Leeds. This is Brent Webb. Runs one way, comes back the other. Ablett finds Maguire, crossfield run. Lee Smith comes back the other way, and Smith has support inside from Diskin. This is Luke Burgess now, and Leeds almost back where they started. Matt Diskin. Not the best pass, picked up on the bounce by Ali Lawatiti. Lawatiti drives in again. Gossard gets to him. Diskin. Better pass this time for Brent Webb, and Brent Webb stepping. Important tackle from Casey Maguire. Gossard upstairs. Maguire now elects to go himself, and Maguire with a great step, and Maguire with a great try, and Leeds are on the board. Maguire with his 6th try of the season. He got a 4-pointer against Catalan in round 7 at Headingley, and now he gets another 4-pointer in round 15 in Perpignan. Important try for Leeds.
Well, they've defended their line very, very well, and I've given them a rap for that. But unfortunately, if you're going to keep providing an invitation for a team like the Leeds Rhinos, in fact, any team, with players of the calibre of Danny Maguire, who will just take an opportunity when it's presented, then you are playing with fire. And unfortunately, the Catalan Dragons, from a turnover there, was always going to be hard for them to defend that next set of 6. And the Leeds Rhinos worked hard for it. Danny Maguire took a little image, knew there was some space, knew there was a hole there, committed it to memory, and then he went. And he's a very difficult customer to stop when he's in full flight. He's got a tremendous right foot step. We saw that a couple of times there, and he's scored plenty of tries like that before, and I'm sure he's got many more in his career.
Kevin Sinfield then to level things in Perpignan. It's a straightforward kick for the Leeds skipper, straight between the posts. Catalan Dragons 6, Leeds Rhinos 6. Kevin Sinfield. Leeds settled by that try. Peacock had an option, decided to keep the ball, and still rolling forward. The England captain, of course, next. Current England captain. England in action in Paris a week tonight. Stakul has it back for Catalan Dragons. Thomas Bosch picks up. Now Stephen Bell. Saw the Leeds welcoming committee and tried to go back the other way.
Yeah, they're just trying to settle back into the game now. You know, they scored that try through Stephen Bell. Everything was going great, then all of a sudden a couple of errors. Danny Maguire, so you've just got to get yourself back into the groove, back into the completions of sets. Don't think about scoring points. Just think about, let's get down the field. Well, there's a high shot of Jamie Peacock there. It's one of those ones that we'll have another look at, I'm sure, Ben, but it's one of those ones I think will probably, it might have looked a lot worse initially than perhaps what it is, but we'll have to wait and see when we get the replay there. Here we go now. I'm going to say there's not a lot in that, but it's worth a penalty, it's worth going on report, but...
Always looks worse in slow motion as well, but Jamie Peacock certainly off balance. And Steve Ganson is, I think, going to put this on report.
Well, you were just mentioning about Jamie Peacock leading England next week in a test match.
Okay, it's a penalty to them. That's it. All right, okay.
Shane Perry. And now David Ferriol, trapped by Peacock. There's Maguire in there as well. Trying to up the tempo here, Catalan Dragons. Tuxegas plays the ball. This is Greg Bird. Gives the ball some air, and Tuxegas almost through a gap. Ellimer now. Pick up and run from Olivier Ellimer. Ricochet. Is it going to be 6 more for the Dragons? He's wiped the tackle count clean. And now it's a Catalan Dragons penalty. Markers weren't square. as they tried to just up the tempo there, the Dragons, and Leeds couldn't keep pace.
And I think the Leeds Rhinos will be delighted that Thomas Bosk is going to have a kick for goal, because I think they were really struggling there. They just looked, they weren't controlling the Catalans player in the tackle. It was all too quick. They were struggling to get set, and they looked very vulnerable. And I think this gives them an opportunity to have a little breather. Even though they may go 2 points behind, I don't think they'll be worried about that. I think they'd be more concerned about the Catalan Dragons perhaps taking the tap there and playing on. But I agree with the decision. I think it's the right decision by the Catalan Dragons. I think when you play a side like the Leeds Rhinos, you need to take every point that's available. And with a kicker of the quality of Thomas Bosk, you would expect he would kick this. Even if he doesn't, it's certainly going to go dead in goal, and you're going to receive possession back again anyway.
Thomas Bosk looking for 2 more points for the Dragons, makes no mistake, and so Catalan Dragons back in front. They lead Leeds Rhinos by 8 points to 6. So had you been the coach then, Sean, the 2-point signal would have come down?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's important. Again, there are certain teams you play against where you know that points just aren't available as readily as perhaps against certain other sides. And I think playing against the Leeds Rhinos is one of those examples. And I think you take every point you can. You know, you get a lot of confidence from being in front. We all know 2 points is nothing really in a game. But I tell you what, if there's no more points scored, Ben, then it's a great decision to make. But I'm sure there are a lot more points in this game, by the way. But you know, that can be significant at the end of the game. 2-point difference can be significant.
Catalan Dragons with possession again, and the ball comes out violently, really, for Thomas Bosk. So the referee has given Leeds the penalty.
Well, that ball comes loose. Now, they're the tough ones for referees to make. You can't really tell if that's been stolen or just lost in collision. But I think the penalty was given because a Catalan player kicked the ball away in anger. So I think that's what I think Steve Ganson has reacted to that, and quite rightly so.
Maguire finds Senior, and Maguire is in for Leeds Rhinos. It's going to go to the video referee, but Danny Maguire was the quickest thinker on the field there. And Maguire looking for his second try, trying to take advantage of some confusion in the Catalan Dragons defence. They'd given the penalty away through something said, and they hadn't set, as Maguire effects this run around with Senior. Maguire in the corner.
But here we go again, Keith Senior. I don't think Brent Webb's touched the ball. The ball's bounced up into Danny Maguire's hands. There's no sign of obstruction. There doesn't seem to be any problem there. I'd be very surprised if this again, this try isn't awarded.
Well, Danny Maguire got a double in Leeds' first match at Catalan in March 2006. He got a double in a 2008 win here, and now in 2009 Super League 14. Danny Maguire has 2 tries in Perpignan again.
What's the score? The score?
Yeah, tremendous try. Now there's your difference in mentality. Just a couple of minutes ago, the Catalan Dragons penalty right in front said we'll take the 2 points because it's 6-all. All of a sudden Leeds Rhinos get a penalty pretty much right in front, 30 metres out. Leeds Rhinos say no, we think we can score here. We think we can get a try. And that's probably the difference in the mentality of the two sides.
Kevin Sinfield then looking to improve that try from Danny Maguire. He has. And so Leeds Rhinos go into a 4-point lead now. They lead by 12 points to 8 in Perpignan. Badira scoots away brilliantly from acting half-back there.
Must be great to be able to take Matt Diskin off the field and say to a player like, Danny Badiris, you're on now. Just go on and play the last 8 minutes of this half and we'll see how you go for the second half. And when you've had enough, we can always put Matt Diskin back. What a bonus that is.
Finally made his full debut against Catalan at Murrayfield, Danny Badiris. 6 substitute appearances. Steve Bell now for Catalan Dragons. Shane Perry waits. Ferriol. Up the jumper time from the Dragons. 3 tackles gone. We're happy to see this out to the break. Good tackle from Carl Ablett on Gossard. An excellent kick over the head of Brent Webb. He's got some work to do if this stays in the field of play, but he is quick, the Kiwi. Made that look easy. There were 3 chasing him down. Good work from Ryan Hall. Medeiros. Now Ashley Gibson. Leeds turn to be patient. Keith Senior now. Couple of tries against Hull in round 14. Keith Senior showed just what he is capable of. Signed a 12-month extension to 2010. The centre. Sinfield. Raking kick. Positioned well though, Cyril Stakul. Motors into that Leeds defensive line, met by Luke Burgess. This is Gossard. Big hit attempted by Burgess. Jean-Philippe Bale kept going, and this is Ferriol now. Ablett and Senior with the tackle. Now it's Mogg. Back for Bosch, and this is Greg Bird. 3 most creative players really in the Catalan Dragons lineup combining there. Minute and a half or so to the break as Thomas Bosch launches a kick this time. Brent Webb is underneath it, and Webb just attracted to that ball. Oh, it was Ryan Hall, I beg your pardon, and Ryan Hall did brilliantly there to collect that.
So yeah, that's an outstanding take. Absolutely outstanding. He wasn't really entitled to catch that. He got himself in an awkward position. He had the numbers coming through at him, and it reminded me very much of an Aussie rules type player, an Australian rules sort of player. He did so well to catch it and then to hang on to it because there was a lot of traffic around him. But that could have been a real problem for the Leeds Rhinos there. It was a terrific kick from Thomas Bosch.
Not just speed to Ryan Hall's game. Jamie Peacock tried to fling the ball back to Kevin Sinfield. It bounced horribly from a Leeds perspective, and Remy Casti has it back for Catalan Dragons. Is there time for the Dragons to tie this up and maybe go for a 2-point lead via the boot? Shane Perry for Bosch. Now David Ferriol. 3 in there prevent the offload. Danny Medeiros and Burgess among them. Perry for Adam Mogg. That's Gossard, plays the ball. Now Bale. Ferriol. Last one for the Dragons. Penalty on the last one, and Ferriol. That could be another coach killer.
I'd be inclined to take the 2 points. I'd be happy going in. You guaranteed 2 points. It doesn't look like they're going to, but I'd be happy to. You've got one play. You've got one play with the ball to try to get in front, or you can just be satisfied with going in 12-10 down. And I think common sense has prevailed now. They're actually going to, but
it was certainly a split decision because they originally tried to get on with it.
Well, Kevin Sinfield's questioning the decision because he's saying they've had 2 attempts to take taps, and now you're saying you're going to allow them to take a kick at goal. So they've obviously, what Kevin Sinfield's asking is surely they'd made their decision.
Can't hear it, mate. That's all.
There's Ferriol. There's the tackle effected there, and so Thomas Bosch has a bonus attempt to put the ball between the posts. He is successful, and so Catalan Dragons cut the gap at half-time to 2 points. They trail the Leeds Rhinos by 12 points to 10. third Super League game between Catalan Dragons and Leeds this year. The champions aren't having it anything like as easy as in their two previous encounters. Won 42-14 and 36-16 earlier this year. 2 points between the sides at the break. And plenty, Sean, for both coaches to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. I think they'll be both reasonably happy. I guess the main points they'd be putting across would be the turnover situation. I think both sides have been guilty of turning the football over uncharacteristically, really, on early tackle counts. And I think that they'll address that. And I guess that, you know, the team that can come out the better in the second half in that department will probably go on and win this match.
Catalan Dragons with the first possession of this second period, and Casti plays the ball. This is Greg Bird. It's the kick in and claimed by Ryan Hall, who took a fantastic catch in that first period.
He sure did. Now, that was a spiral bomb. Okay, so we've had a banana, a floater, a spiral. Have we had an end-on-end kick yet? Because they're the real simple ones to do.
That should complete the set, I think. Heartening news for Leeds as well. Saw Ian Kirk at the break. He had the horrendous-looking injury in that first period, and I'm pleased to say that he was in the dugout cutting a bandage off that right knee. Looked a little bit better than when he departed the field on a stretcher. Catalan Dragons in possession in a great area of the field here. Trailed by just 2 points. Looking for first blood in this second period, and Shane Perry finds Remy Casti. Taken by Peacock, and Danny Medeiros in there as well. Now it's Adam Mogg. Cyril Gossard. Shane Perry. Now Thomas Bosk, and short pass finds Greg Bird, and Bird looking to stretch out there. Pulled back by Brent Webb. Now Adam Mogg. Great little delicate chip from Adam Mogg. Well, Brent Webb takes the ball, but was a Catalan player taken out? The crowd seemed to think so. And that's the indication from Steve Ganson, and so Catalan Dragons have a penalty.
A second penalty in the second half for the Catalan Dragons, and it's really given them some field position, hasn't it? You can see here, Adam Mogg just dribbles one in behind the line, and I think it's Oliver Lima who was interfered with by Kevin Sinfield. And I think that's a pretty fair call by the referee. You're not allowed to touch there, and interestingly, Catalans are prepared to attack the try line, not go for the 2 points.
Change of emphasis then for Catalan Dragons. And Adam Mogg faced by opposite number Senior. Two of the most senior players on the pitch there. Good tackle from Jamie Peacock. This is Thomas Bosk, and now Greg Bird. Bird finds Jean-Philippe Bale, trying to get through the tackle of Lee Smith. That ball has gone Leeds' way. They were looking for a strip. There were two Leeds players in the tackle, but the Rhinos have got the ball back, and then they've spilled it, Leeds. Referee will play on here. Thomas Bosk has it. Speed and tension ramped up again in the second half. Jason Croker finds Remy Casti. Taken by Luluai and Peacock. Thomas Bosk. Now it's Gossard. Scragged to the ground by Medeiros and Luluai again. Leeds withstanding real pressure in this second period so far. How long can they hold out? It's Remy Casti now, 5 metres away from the Rhinos line. Shane Perry trying to dart through the gap. It was closed down. Important tackle from Luke Burgess. That was Tuxagas. And then it's Jean-Philippe Bale accelerating through the hole. And Jean-Philippe Bale puts Catalan Dragons back in front with the first try of this second half. Jean-Philippe Bale, it's his 6th try of the season. One of the most exciting talents in the French game at the moment. And he has really given this crowd something to shout about in this second period.
Mentioned before, Greg Bird either gets the money ball or he throws the money ball, and Jean-Philippe Bale runs a really good angle there, but it's a tremendous pass from Greg Bird after sustained pressure from the Catalan Dragons side. An opportunity for the Leeds Rhinos to get away from their line after Lee Smith had got a one-on-one steal from the Catalans, and then I think it was Luke Burgess who turned the football over on the very first play and gave it back to the Catalan Dragons, and that's about the fourth set inside the 20 metres since the second half has started, and on the back of a couple of penalties and field position, you would expect the team to score, but you've still got to take your chance. You've got to provide the opportunity, and as I said, the pass from Greg Bird was a magic pass.
Thomas Bosk, deliberate in his preparation. Catalan Dragons have the lead back. He wants to extend it. Already successful with 2. With 3, I beg your pardon, so far for Catalan Dragons. Thomas Bosk right between the posts. Catalan Dragons back in front in this second half. They now lead by 16 points to 12. Now Lee Smith over halfway. Good acceleration again from the 22-year-old Lee Smith. 4 tries this season for the England man. Big hit there on Ashley Gibson. Comes in from Shane Perry. And Danny Maguire puts a kick into space. Fielded by Steve Bell. Again, the Leeds chase is a good one, and it's Lee Smith and Scott Donald out on the right-hand side who effect the tackle. This now Greg Bird for the Dragons. Penalty goes home side's way again. It's another high tackle.
Have a look at the Kylie Luluai.
It's Kylie Luluai who's going to be spoken to here. We've already seen Jamie Peacock on report for a high tackle. Is Kylie Luluai about to follow him?
But Kylie Luluai has gone on report, but noticeably that both incidents on report have both been on Greg Bird.
Is Bailey. And that's Diskin, and then Sinfield loses possession. Only 2 tackles into the sequence. It's not the first time that Leeds haven't completed a set in this game, and that really be one of the things that is concerning Brian McLennan at this stage.
Well, you put pressure on yourself, don't you? And is it the other team that's building the pressure on you, or is it just yourself that's coming up with unforced errors?
Catalan Dragons have it back, and Greg Bird feeds the scrum. He finds Mogg. Mogg brings in Thomas Bosk, and Bosk through a big hole in the Leeds Rhinos defence. He's got support as well. This could be a fabulous try. Casey Maguire still going for the Catalan Dragons. Adam Mogg is there again. This is fantastic from Kevin Walters' side. The crowd all on their feet. It was Croker who played the ball. This is Ferriol. Ferriol dumps it back for Jerome Guisset. Guisset squares up to this Leeds defence again. Bird back on the inside. Adam Mogg, can he stretch out? He's a metre short. They're going to dive over here, Catalan Dragons. Sensing the Leeds confusion. Catalan Dragons have darted over the referee. I think he's going to hand this on. It was Ellimer. Olivier Ellimer knew that all he had to do was plant his strength over the line here. It was great lead-up work that got Catalan 80 metres up the pitch to start with. But has Olivier Ellimer touched this ball down?
Quick play of the ball, and I don't see any doubt whatsoever about this try being awarded. And when it is,
Olivier Ellimer gets the 4-pointer. Steve Ganson confirming the try. It's his 7th of the season, Olivier Ellimer, and what an important try for Catalan Dragons, as they now lead by 20 points to 12. They'll have a 10-point lead if this conversion goes over, and perhaps that is the moment where they go really close now to securing the 2 points against Leeds Rhinos.
Yes, I was going to say that when this try is awarded, it's on the back of some brilliant build-up work. Came from a scrum on about the halfway line. Again, the speed, the precision of the team, they really are the entertainers when they're in flight like this. And this will make it a tremendous last 20 minutes because the Leeds Rhinos not only have to play catch-up rugby league, but they're going to have to expand their game a little bit. They're going to have to take some risks. And that might just provide a little bit more for the Catalan Dragons. They might pick up some dregs here, or can the Leeds Rhinos regroup and put some sets together and build some pressure and score points?
Thomas Bosch with an awkward kick, but he's slotted it beautifully between the posts. Catalan Dragons have a 10-point lead, 22 points to 12 now. Webb again, Maguire. Burgess hands the ball on, and Bailey will play it. Badiris, then Sinfield over the top from Lauatiti, now Donald. It's Bell who affects the tackle, 4 gone for Leeds. Diskin. Last one, Badiris finds Sinfield. Sinfield with a chip over the top. They have to try things, Leeds, and it's been volleyed forward. Stakul is there though, safety first for Catalan Dragons. Great positioning from the winger. He's been really impressive as well this evening, Cyril Stakul.
Well, they've all played extremely well, haven't they, the Catalan Dragons? But the pleasing thing for the Leeds Rhinos there, at least they got to a kick, and that's what they need to do more of. They've just turned over so much ball. And as I said, I'm not for one moment going to say that's just all Leeds' fault. I think that the Catalan Dragons need to be credited with some of that. I think they've forced a lot of error, but Leeds at least now get a bit of confidence if they can complete a set defensively and just gradually start to get the territory back and some possession back.
Adam Mogg almost through. Desperately clung to there by Ryan Bailey. Gossard. The energy in this Catalan Dragons side is remarkable at this stage in the game. Leeds look by far the more tired side. Croker. Thomas Bosch drifts a kick in. It's taken brilliantly by Olivier Elema. They're going to check the onside. Can be no doubt surely about the grounding. But Olivier Elema, surely with his second try, if he's onside, the smiles all over his face. Olivier Elema could have given this match to Catalan Dragons.
But it's the placement of the kick by Thomas Bosch. It's almost like it's on a string. We can't really tell from that angle whether the players are onside or not. But certainly there's no problem with the grounding. So if he is onside, the try has to be awarded. There's a slightly wider angle. Look, Greg Bird might be in front. It's just difficult to tell on the angle. Remember, you've got to have both feet behind the kicker. Both feet must be behind the kicker. Olivier Elema out wider, I think, is onside. Greg Bird doesn't really get involved in the play. You could argue he's inside the 10, but I tend to think this try will be given.
He's already had one awarded by the video referee, and Olivier Elema gets his second try via the official Stuart Cummins, the video referee. He's been appointed joint French captain by Bobby Goulding, Olivier Elema, for next week's international, and what a marker he has laid down to English opposition today. 2 tries, and now Catalan Dragons in the late stages of this game could lead Leeds Rhinos, the champions, by 28 points to 12 if this kick goes over. Thomas Bosch goes through the routine. Should put Catalan Dragons 3 tries ahead. It's 28 points to 12. Ali Lauatiti. Swarm round him there. Combination of Maguire and Carlo effect the tackle. And now Peacock. Leeds driving in. 3 tackles gone for the Rhinos. Badeiras finds Diskin. This is Luke Burgess. Badeiras, now Maguire. He's pulled the Catalan line apart here. And there's a chance for Ali Lawatiti to find Ryan Hall. He's chipped on ahead. That's a miraculous try from Ryan Hall. Similar to the one he scored in the grand final, in fact. Ryan Hall with all the dexterity there. He looked like he was going into touch and just dabbed the ball delicately forward, collected it himself, and he has given the Rhinos a massive lifeline here. Ryan Hall with his 14th try of the season. How much time is left?
Well, there's certainly enough time. This is a brilliant try from Ryan Hall. Ball goes across the line. One thing I spoke about earlier is that they've not really been able to chance their arm too much because they've been turning over so much ball. Ali Lawatiti cuts out Keith Senior, gives the ball to Ryan Hall. The conversion from Kevin Sinfield is successful, and all of a sudden they've got a little bit of a sniff.
Badeiras, Maguire, now Sinfield. 4 gone already for Leeds though, and they're only on their 40-metre line. Line ball to Peacock.
Need a repeat set somehow. They've got to get a repeat set.
And Keith Senior has spilt the ball. Keith Senior knocks on. Well, he knocked on in a deep position about 10 minutes ago, and that could be just as costly. Have to try and force the play, of course, Leeds Rhinos. Keith Senior annoyed with himself. Surely safety first from the Dragons.
Well, you take up the set of 6, you complete it. It's around about 45 seconds it winds down off the clock. That's roughly what a set of 6 will take. If you can get the ball to go in the scrum, it adds maybe another 5-10 seconds. Sorry, get a ball to go into touch to force the scrum. It adds another 5 or 10 seconds on by the time they force it. And even if the ref calls timeout, there's a possible high shot on Adam Mogg there. He certainly doesn't look very, very well.
A groggy Adam Mogg gets to his feet. It was Lawatiti.
More likely an experienced player that knew he could get another 20 seconds run down off the clock there.
Kick will go dead. Catalan Dragons, a deliberate tactic, I think, to set their defensive line from Casey Maguire. The Rhinos will have to go 80 metres if they're going to score. Here is Lee Smith. He's through the tackle of Bale, who comes back for a second effort. Quick play the ball. Ablett is there. Lee Smith. Kevin Sinfield. Great ball for Matt Diskin. Diskin still going. It was a grab. Leeds still pouring forward. Ali Lawatiti has Ryan Hall again. Ali Lawatiti goes himself, and Ali Lawatiti will score for the Rhinos. Jumps in delight as well. We look at the clock again, but Leeds Rhinos have given themselves a great chance here in the dying moments of this game. I said they had to go 80 metres, and the run from Diskin set it up, and Ali Lawatiti has gone in to give Leeds hope with his 2nd try of the season.
Yeah, Matt Diskin get him put through a hole there, gives it to Ali Lawatiti, and a big man with great feet. What a fend. One-hand carry, not going to be stopped from there. And that's what I like about catch-up rugby league. I love it because teams have to express themselves, and Leeds Rhinos are more than capable of doing that.
Kevin Sinfield. Another excellent kick from the touchline. See again the power from Ali Lawatiti. The step. And now Leeds Rhinos have given themselves a real chance of pinching this. Catalan Dragons 28, Leeds Rhinos 24. Thomas Bosch with a restart that finds Brent Webb on his goal line. 3 minutes or so to go. Leeds have possession. We've already been treated to some fabulous endings in Perpignan involving the Catalan Dragons. This is another one. Now it's Danny Vidiris accelerating away. It's Brent Webb, and no one is going to catch Brent Webb. And Leeds Rhinos are going to snatch this. This is sensational from the champions. They dug themselves into a massive hole, and they have got themselves out of it to the delight of their travelling fans. Leeds Rhinos have got themselves out of jail. Look at the dejection on the Catalan Dragons in the foreground. The jubilation on the Rhinos behind them.
And the thing that they've been able to do, Ben, in the last 10 minutes, that they couldn't do in the first 70 minutes, was get to play the ball quick. And that's what's happened. They've been able to play the ball at pace. People have been able to get out of dummy half, like Danny Vidiris. Brent Webb, wonderful support player, very quick, was never going to get run down. And can you believe this? I think I said 15 minutes ago, I wasn't sure that the Leeds Rhinos were playing well enough to be able to get themselves out of trouble. But I think I'm going to cover myself and say, never write a side off like them, because this is a remarkable comeback.
Well, Leeds are a champion side, and they are showing just why it will be so difficult to take the title away from Headingley in 2009. Brent Webb got a hat-trick against the Dragons in 2007. Leeds won by 54 points to 8 that day. Kevin Sinfield will give the Rhinos a 2-point lead with a minute, if that, left on the clock. Leeds Rhinos, remember, 28 points to 12 down in this match, and now they lead by 30 points to 28. Short restart from Catalan Dragons. How much drama is left? They're going to get the ball back, are they? Leeds get there in the end. It's Catalan who form the scrum. Lee Smith has knocked on, according to the referee.
Well, there's drama here, then, isn't it? It had to be a short kick-off. It had to be a short kick-off to restart the game. Lee Smith's got flown in the air, knocked the ball forward, and a minute 15 left on the clock. At least one set of 6 left.
Well, we said don't write off Leeds. We can't write off the Dragons. Maybe I've spoken too soon. It's Adam Mogg. Now David Ferriel. Jason Croker now. They're 10 metres away, the Dragons. Are they going to break Leeds' hearts?
Look for Greg Bird involved in the play.
Greg Bird, the key man for Catalan Dragons. He has possession. It's a flat pass. 4 gone. Bale plays the ball. It's Bird again. Now Bosk. Adam Mogg. Adam Mogg looping past. There's an overlap. And Cyril Stakul. I think he's got the ball down. Cyril Stakul. The referee is going to hand this on to Stuart Cummings, the video referee. But Catalan Dragons now may have snatched victory for themselves in the last 30 seconds of this match. This is an unbelievable contest. Cyril Stakul getting the congratulations of his teammates. I think he'd got the ball down before he went into touch. We'll see here. There's no problem with that as far as the grounding's concerned. The try awarded by the video referee Stuart Cummings. Look what it means to Kevin Walters. The coach has his arms in the air. This has been a huge win for the Dragons. Look at the crowd in Perpignan. Can't believe it. They thought that they'd lost this match just a few moments ago. Leeds thought they'd snatched it through Brent Webb. And then Catalan Dragons pick themselves up off the canvas and go in at the other end with Cyril Stakul. Hooter will surely go after this kick from Thomas Bosk. Kevin Walters congratulated by the players. Thomas Bosk is a picture of calm in a maelstrom of emotion, really. The kick won't be successful, but that is the last action in Perpignan, and it's Catalan Dragons who claim the 2 points. It's only their second win over the Rhinos in Super League history, snatched in the most dramatic circumstances. With seconds remaining on the clock, it's finished Catalan Dragons 32, Leeds Rhinos 30.
What a game. Catalan Dragons winning it by 32 points to 30. And the one thing you can say about the Engage Super League, that these matches last the full 80 minutes. It's never over until the final siren. A fantastic win for the Dragons, only their third home win and only their sixth of 2009. What does it mean as far as the table is concerned right now? Saints, it's been a fantastic weekend for them. They had the victory last night at Hull. They are now 3 points clear of Hull Kingston Rovers. Leeds and Huddersfield together on 20 points. Harlequins, Wakefield, Wigan, Castleford, all in close attendance. And of course, so too are Warrington now. They're right down the necks of Hull FC, just outside the playoff places. Tremendous race developing in Super